Hello dear students, welcome back to Success Academy Jamkhandi and you're watching Suman's math classes. So today we are going to discuss on a topic of two intersecting lines. Means when the two lines intersect, what happens? Usually in the concept of geometry, when we see if the two lines are meeting or the two lines are joining at any point, they form angles. Okay, here also what we can see, a line A O, B and a line OC are meeting at a point O. AOB and OC are meeting at a point O, so they form two different angles. Another way, what we can see in this is a line AOB is a straight line, and a straight line makes how many degree angle? Total of 180 degree. This 180 degree is partitioned by the line OC. Because what is happening when we draw the line OC, the straight line is dividing into two parts. Let me name this as first and this as second, two parts, angle 1 and angle 2. So what we see, the sum of this both angle will be equals to 180 degree. So hence we can write angle 1 plus angle 2, which is equals to how much? 180 degree. The angle whose sum is 180 degree are called supplementary angles. What we call supplementary angles. Similarly, moving towards the next point, another two line what we can see here, one is named as OP, another line as OQ. This line OQ and OP with the common point O in between means they are meeting at a point O. And we can see easily it is a right angle. They both are perpendicular to each other and they are forming a right angle. If I draw another line which is partitioning this right angle, this is some angle x, another some angle y. It is dividing into two parts, one is x, another is y. What we can see, the sum of these two angles is equal to how much total? 90 degree. So I can write angle x plus angle y is equals to how much? 90 degree. So such angles are called complementary angles. What we call complementary angles. So today we are discussing here about the different types of angles when the lines meet or intersects at some points. First is, on a straight line the sum of angles is always equals to 180 degree. Then in a right angle the sum of angle will be obviously equal to 90 degree, but the such angles are called complementary angle. And here the angle whose sum is 180 degree are called supplementary angle. Okay, next. When a line intersects two parallel lines, such line is called, what we can see in this figure, this is our one line, let me name this as PQ, and the two parallel lines also are visible to you, one line named as AB, another as CD. We can see AB is parallel to CD and PQ is transversal over AB and CD. Line which is passing both the line is called what? Transversal line. So line PQ को हम क्या बोलेंगे? Transversal line. We call this is a transversal line. Okay, and these line transversal line PQ is intersecting this line AB and CD at these 2 points. We can name this as R and S. Okay. So as just now we have discussed, whenever the two line meets, they form different angles. Here also what we see, this line PQ is intersecting at a point R and S. So therefore we can see different types of angles are formed. Here one side, this one angle, this is another angle, this is one. So we can see there are 8 angles formed when this one line is intersecting two parallel lines. So what are these types of angles? What are the different types of angles formed when the transversal line intersects? Let's see one by one. So we found series of angles when one transversal line intersects two parallel lines. Let's see. The first type of angle which we form is corresponding angles. What we call corresponding angles. So here I can show you, these are the two lines. Let me name these two lines as AB and CD, and the line P, Q, R and S is a transversal line here. Corresponding angles are nothing but angles formed on the same side of a transversal line. ये आपकी ट्रांसवर्सल लाइन है. ये ट्रांसवर्सल लाइन के एक ही साइड जो एंगल्स बनेंगे हम उनको कहेंगे corresponding angles. For example, these two black colors are called corresponding. Left side also they form. These two reds are corresponding. And not only top side, even the downward, we can see these two are also corresponding to each other and they are equal also. They are called corresponding as well as they are equal to each other. For example, here if I tell you, if this angle is of 60 degree, then this will also be 60 degree and they are called corresponding angles. Okay, then from the property of supplementary, what we can see, it's a straight line. If this angle is 60, what about the remaining? This is of 120 degree because total is 180, no? So this will be yours 120 degree. Right? So if this is 120, this will also be 120 because both are corresponding angles. As just now I told, the angle which are formed on the same side, either on the right or on the left side of a transversal line, are equal to each other and they are called what? Corresponding angles. Okay. Next, vertically opposite angle is in front of you. So for these, first I'll show you when the two line intersects how they form. Let me name this one line as AB, another line as CD. They both are intersecting at a point O. Then they form such angles. These are called vertically opposite angles. These are called vertically opposite angle and they will also be equal to each other. इनको हम कहेंगे vertically opposite angle और ये दोनों हमेशा same रहेंगे. Similarly, these two sides vertically opposite and remaining two sides are also vertically opposite. These two are also equal to each other. If this one is y, this will also be y. If this is x, this will also be x. Same way, here you can see the two lines are perpendicular to each other. If this is 90, this will also be yours 90 degree. If this is obviously because of straight line, this is 90, this will also be yours 90 degree. If this is 90, this will be also of 90 degree. They are called vertically opposite angle. So this I have shown you in the plane two lines. Now the same vertically opposite angle you can see when a transversal line intersecting two parallel lines. The same way I'll name this PQRS are the two parallel lines and this name as A, B, C and D is your transversal line. Where we can see the vertically opposite angle, these two are your vertically opposite angles. And here also these two are your vertically opposite angle. And also we can see if this both are equal to each other. Are you clear? Here also we can see these both are same. So these are called vertically opposite angle. Same practically if we see the example here, if suppose this angle is of 130 degree, this will also be of 130 degree. And from the supplementary angles on the straight line, if this is 130, what about remaining? Remaining will be yours 50 because out of 180, if this is 30, this will be yours 50. If this is 50, this will also be yours 50 degree. Then from the corresponding angle, if this angle is your 130 degree, on the same side forming angle will also be 130 degree. And its vertically opposite angle will also be 130 degree. And on the left side, 50 degree and its corresponding angle is also 50 degree. And its vertically opposite angle is also 50 degree. So with this we have completed this types of angles and actually I told series of angles, only two types we have studied in this video. I'll continue in the part 2 of the class 2. Okay, this is our part 1. I'll continue in the part 2. Hope you all understood and enjoyed the video. So if you want the paid classes of GPSTR, you can contact on the number which is mentioned in the description box. Okay, thank you. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.